Did you know HubSpot can help you identify customers that are at risk of churning? It can also help you identify growth opportunities and monitor your overall customer portfolio health. You can do this with HubSpot's health scores, and I'm going to show you how to set it up in today's HubSpot hack. All right, folks, before we get started, we are Simple Strat. We are a Diamond HubSpot solutions partner that help you get the most out of and operationalize HubSpot to its fullest potential. So there's a link down in the description of the video where you can sign up for our HubSpot Hacks newsletter to get all the latest and greatest tips, tricks, and tutorials right to your inbox. But let's get started. First things first, you're going to want to log into HubSpot. And once you get into good old HubSpot, over on the left-hand side, you're going to want to navigate to Service and then click into Customer Success here, where it's going to take us into our customer success workspace. And we'll have another video for that linked here as well, but this one's gonna be focusing on our health scores. Here's a quick snapshot of what health scores look like for your customer success team or account managers here in my customer success portal. So I can see the clients that I'm actively managing, their health score, and their health score status here. And on the left, I can quickly filter by at-risk customers and people with a negative CSM sentiment. But to set up or make changes to your score, we're going to click this gear icon up here at the top right. Because I was actually already in the customer success workspace, it took me to the right area. But if you weren't there when you click settings, you'll want to navigate on the left-hand side down to tools and then customer success. We'll then hop over to this health scores tab here, and let's create a brand new health score from scratch. First thing you want to do is give it a name. You don't want to have these generic names here. So we'll just call it our HubSpot Hacks Health Score. And then choose the segment of companies you want to score. So you can choose up to 5. The most common use case for this is going to be trying to figure out which customers are at risk. So I recommend creating a segment for your customers if you don't already have one. The filters on this is just going to be lifecycle stage equals customer. And then we're ready to start building our calculations. Now, I just want to say thank you, HubSpot, for giving us some sort of guidelines and starting point for health scoring, because this is going to be new for a lot of people and not really know where to start. So HubSpot makes recommendations on some example groups that you can have. So one-to-one engagement, add points based on them engaging with your team. This is great for professional services. Support tickets of, are they opening up tickets with you and are they meeting the SLAs? Is your team responding in time? That's really going to impact how they're feeling about working with you. One-to-one call engagement. So how are they engaging with your team? Again, CSM sentiment. So you should be actively surveying your team. We have videos on how to set that up as well. So if they're giving you negative feedback, that's probably going to mean they're at a higher risk of churning. And then also NPS scores as well. So you can click to ignore this or just pick specific ones if you want to, but I'm going to leave all these on and just say, take me to setup. So if you're familiar with HubSpot's lead scoring, this is going to look and feel very similar to that in terms of setup and grouping engagements or properties together to add or subtract to this overall score. So from the default settings that we had set up, one-to-one engagement, if the last contacted is more than 30 days ago, take a point away from the score. If last contacted is less than 30 days, add 10 points. So score is going to be based out of 100. So this is pretty low. So your score limit is 100 and the group limit here is 20. I'm actually going to bump these up for 10 just for this example. And I'm going to probably do that for just about everything here. So one-to-one call engagement, if the call and meeting type that was had is inbound, meaning they're calling you, add specific points. Support tickets, if they are opening tickets with you that are overdue or completed late, take points away. I'm going to add points to that as well. And scrolling down here all the way through CSM sentiment. So this is what was added for me from those checklists I just showed you before. Now I do want to show you how to add at least one additional function to this. So I'm going to scroll down all the way down here and click to add. You can do an event group or a property group. So let's do an event group. Now the use case I'm going to do is like, say you have an FAQ and you have a page on how to, like a knowledge base, like how to cancel or downgrade or unsubscribe. So we're going to add that here. So we're going to say cancel /unsubscribe page views and add event criteria. So you can see you can do basically anything inside of HubSpot in terms of document views, custom events, form fills. But for this, we're going to go down to page views, page visits. And health scores are going to be on a company level, but this page visit here is going to be tracked on a contact level. So for page visits, let's add an additional criteria. We're going to say that the page path, say like our page contains, if it's like an FAQ page, so if it's FAQ slash how to cancel, whatever that domain is or link, we're going to add it here. And then of course that's going to be, subtract, let's say 50 points. Like we really want that to flag like, hey, we have a serious problem here. And then say maybe they viewed this page 30 days ago, 60 days ago, 90 days ago, and we've already sorted things out with them. So let's add a decay that we've reduced this by, let's say 100% every 3 months, but you can do 50% every 3 months, which then means after 6 months, this would completely come off of their score. So group limit on this, we're going to make the group limit 50 points. Then up here, I can set a group limit. So if I were to group different page views here together, say I don't want it to go more than -50. Oh, awesome. It just knows plus or minus 50. You can also say, do I want to score this every time, or I want to limit this to 50 points? So, if they view this page a bunch of times, it won't completely destroy their score. That's why you want to have group limits here. So say they were 100 and then all of a sudden they viewed this, wouldn't send down to 0, would just send them down to 50. So that's event groups. Now let's take a look at how we would set up a property here. So add a property group. You can choose which object you're going on. So you can do it on that company or associated contacts. And let's actually do contacts. And something that could be a good indicator is if maybe your point of contact is no longer at that organization. So let's just go search for email hard bounce reason. And let's just say is known. You can add additional things there, but let's do subtracting again, and let's subtract 15 points. So this may not be the main person, but knowing that there's some change over there, especially for professional services like us, so that means change is happening, your point of contact could be changing. We might want that to negatively impact the score. Not so much negatively impact the person working this account, but notifying you like this account might be at risk. So we'll have that subtract 15 points here. Now, once we are happy with our score, we can click to preview that distribution. So let's let this run for a second. And we can see there's 30 eligible companies. How it would score them all would be in the at-risk. Again, this is a test portal, so none of our stuff is real. There's no calls or meetings being logged. But say this looks good and we're happy to roll it out. We'll then advance over to settings. Before we do that, you can also test a specific company if you wanted to test a specific company. Now let's hop over to settings, where you would arrange your sentiment. So earlier you saw the score surrounded by a color. You can say if it's up to 50, it's neutral. Below that will be at risk. 50 to 75 neutral. Anything above 75 would be considered a healthy client. And then make sure that your health score properties here are named exactly how you would want them to. So turn this on, and then we've set up our HubSpot Hacks customer health score. All right, guys, that does it for today's video. Again, down in the description is a link to sign up for HubSpot Hacks newsletter or to chat with us if you want hands-on help. Remember to like and subscribe to this video, and thank you so much for watching. Happy HubSpotting.